Vision of Ideal Early Childhood Classroom by Yasmine Mustafa and Sydney Benett.
Goals of early childhood education: to create a caring community of learners, teaching to enhance development and learning, planning curriculum to achieve important goals, assessing children's development and learning, and establishing reciprocal relationships with families.
Beliefs of how children learn and develop. Jerome Brenner's theory on constructivism emphasizes the idea of learning as an active process in which learners form new ideas that are built upon both current and background knowledge. Brenner is known as the father of discovery and believes that experience is crucial. He believes that the instructor should inspire children to discover principles of their own. Cognitive theorist John Piaget proposed a theory that, as children move through four age-related stages to achieve cognitive maturity. These stages include sensory motor, birth to age 2, pre-operational, ages 2 to 7, concrete operational, ages 7 to 11, and formal operational, ages 11 to adulthood. Piaget believed that children actively develop ideas about the world as they progress through the four stages. According to Piaget, the stages of cognitive development lead to the ability to learn and obtain knowledge.
Ideal ECE classroom design, physical environment, and classroom materials. The physical environment of the classroom would be an open and inviting layout. The classroom colors would be bright and visually appealing. There will be connections to multiple different cultures so that students can see themselves in the classroom. The classroom will consist of multicultural books, pictures, and dramatic play materials. Desks will be placed in a circle formation to encourage open discussion, as well as flexible seating. There will be free choice of learning centers for students. There will be math, reading, dramatic play, writing center, and science center. At each of the centers, there will be materials that students will recognize for real-world connections. The classroom will be based off of their interests. For example, if the class has expressed they enjoy Peppa Pig, then the centers will incorporate that theme.
Oh, examples of physical environment and materials. Ideal ECE classroom design teaching strategies. It should be a priority to get to know your students' interests and gain background knowledge. Differentiation of learning and inclusion of all learning styles and needs. Teachers will know how and when to scaffold children's learning. Teachers incorporate a wide variety of experiences, materials, and equipment. Teachers bring each child's home culture and language into the shared culture of the learning community. This is so that all children's home cultures will be incorporated into the classroom and supported. For example, everything in the classroom will be labeled using two different languages, and there will be opportunities for students to share their culture with the class, such as potlucks and show and tell. Teachers are prepared to meet the special needs of individual children, including children with special needs and disabilities, and those who exhibit unusual interests and skills. For example, we should consult with families and appropriate specialists.
The ideal EC classroom design using assessment strategies. The use of assessment is to inform the planning and implementing of experiences and communicate with the child's family and to evaluate and improve the teacher and program's effectiveness. This would be looking closely at children's performance on assessment to identify the needs of each child. Ongoing strategic and purposeful assessment is key. Focuses on children's progress and goals that are developmentally and educationally significant. Assessments look not only at what children can do independently, but also what they can do with assistance from other children and adults. Assessments need to be formative and summative to guide what is being taught and what goes on in the classroom. These can be used in moment-to-moment interactions with the children. Using assessment to plan curriculum and learning experiences for the purpose of improving teaching and learning.
Ideal early childhood education classroom design guidance strategies. Be clear about roles in the classroom, for example, having a job chart where each student has a job in the classroom, such as pencil sharpener, line leader, teacher helper, and greeter. In working with co-teaching classrooms, make sure that both teachers are giving the same directive to reduce confusion in the classroom. Make sure all children in the classroom have a voice and are given opportunity to express their opinions. Frequently monitor the classroom. This can be done by scanning the classroom to see how children are interacting with one another and noticing children's cues such as thumbs up, hands down, or smiles. Engaging morning meetings and establishing a caring community are also guidance strategies. Encourage smooth transitions and attention grabbers such as ringing a bell or clapping hands to bring the whole group back together.
The ideal early childhood education classroom design proposed family engagement strategies. Open door policy. Let parents know they are allowed to come into the classroom anytime throughout the day. Newsletters, calendars, lunch menu. Allow parents to know what is going on in the classroom and what the children are learning. Collaboration in the classroom. Show and tell, parent career day, potlucks, and multicultural days. Encourage parent volunteers. Encourage parents to come read to the class, help with assessments, and chaperone field trips. Establish a way of communication between you and the families in your classroom. Ask parents what is the easiest way to contact them, such as email, remind app, phone call, text, or any other ways they would like to be contacted.
DAP Connections Conclusion. The Ideal Classroom. Based on our ideal classroom, we find it beneficial to incorporate children's interest into the classroom to keep students engaged. It is important to incorporate theories such as John Piaget's cognitive learning theory and Jerome Bruner's constructivism theory. The ideal classroom environment should be warm and pleasing to the eye. It should be organized and designed to fit the needs of all children. Differentiation and inclusion of multicultural students and students of special needs is essential. Family engagement is important to establish relationships with children's families so that they feel welcome in the classroom as well. We should create a caring community of learners in our classroom to ensure all students feel welcome, valued, and included.